Hello, my name is Jason Barker, and I have been assigned to discuss transgender women participating in college athletics. And I'm going to take the stance that transgender women should not be allowed to participate in women athletics. I'm against that. And the biggest statement and the biggest word that people are going to bring up in this argument is testosterone. ESPN's conducted research, brought in scientific specialists, and they have confirmed that men do have a 40 to 45% stronger muscle mass and 20 to 40% stronger lower body strength compared to females. This, along with muscle structure, the muscle structure of a man is different than that of a woman. And so, yes, testosterone drives these sex differences, and men, even at the top of the scale, will have 7 times more testosterone than the highest performing women do, or the highest producing testosterone women do as well. Now, the topic is, and another part of this conversation is testosterone replacement or testosterone suppression. And many places across the board have required 1 year of testosterone suppression to be allowed to participate in athletics. But research done and reviewed by womeninsports.com, or .org rather, they reviewed extensive scientific literature and research done by Inclusion of Sports Committee. And they found that after 1 year of testosterone suppression, that the trans athletes are still 48% stronger. And then after 2 more years of a follow-up research done, and this was in military, found that the trans athletes, in this case trans women in the military, were still 12% faster and stronger. So in collegiate athletics, you get about 4 years of eligibility if this research is coming out that after 1 year, which many places across the board do require, some require, there still will have a competitive advantage. And there's the worry about fairness, health and safety of athletes. The International Olympic Committee says that in their policies, they say that no athlete should have a presumed advantage until evidence determines otherwise. And we know it's confirmed that men have higher testosterone, higher muscle mass, and a different skeletal structure. Those are things that we know and have researched for a long time. There is little research on the exact effect of this hormonal suppression, how effective it is. Some research is saying, like I've pointed out, that after reviewing, there is still not much difference, and you cannot undo testosterone puberty that male kids go through. And that's cited by a biochemist as well, from ESPN and ESPN's research. The counter argument to that, of course, like I mentioned, there is limited research. Biological data is limited, as well as the impact of testosterone suppression. Maybe testosterone suppression is making a fair competitive advantage for these athletes. Also, there's certain sports where trans women are going to have a disadvantage. They're not going to always have an advantage in sports such as long distance running and swimming, where women do have larger lungs than men biologically. So these athletes will have a disadvantage there. Now, there's also been cited ways of how to include trans women in athletics. Don't just exclude them completely, but ideas have been thrown out there by in Forbes articles, such as those who take hormonal suppression or testosterone suppression before they hit puberty, which is a really young age, by the way, like 12 to 14. If these children are taking that suppression before then allow them, no problem, no testing to be done. That seems to me personally a very young age to go undergo procedures and make decisions such as that. And then there's also ideas of allowing these athletes to play, practice, and compete, but in scoring have a different bracket. There's also not enough trans athletes out there to be able to maybe fully pull that off. But there does need to be some way to include these athletes if that they do wish to participate in athletics. I'm not saying that. So, in all, research varies, is inconclusive. What we do know is that men have more testosterone than women, produce more testosterone than women, have 40 to 45% higher muscle mass and strength. Women do have bigger lungs, and that can produce a disadvantage in other sports. But overall, I do take the stance in this particular argument that transgender women should not be allowed to participate in college athletics. Thank you.